all of this fits into this. This is my travel makeup bag. In today's video, I'm going to show you some of my favorite travel makeup items, do a makeup tutorial, and show you how you can get a look like this even on the plane. Let's get started. All right, so here's my bag. And what I love about this is it opens up like an accordion. And I have 3 sections here to keep everything nice and separated and organized. And I like it because if it's on a tray table, even if there were a lot of turbulence or something, this isn't going to fall over and have everything spill out. Plus, it's really compact. So when I'm using it in my hotel room, I love how this just holds everything in this nice pack and everything just stays really nice and secure. But let's go through everything that's in here. First thing I have in here is a lighted makeup mirror. This has regular and 10x magnification, so I can really see up close when I'm trying to do some things, especially like eye makeup. It has several modes on this that allow you to have different types of light, as you can see. And this allows me to get my makeup done day or night, and this is an essential product in my travel makeup bag. I'm not going to be using it today because I'd be holding it up in front of my face all the time and you wouldn't be able to see me. I'm going to use my standard mirror on my standard makeup case, but this is great. It's lighted and it's rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about batteries. You just recharge it and it just fits in my makeup bag. So this is a must-have. Once I have my face have the moisture and I'm ready to start priming my face, the first thing I use is my primer. This is called Hourglass. What I love about this is it's a nice thin bottle that I bought and it's refillable. So I usually in my makeup case have this one, which is the larger size. And then all I have to do then is refill this bottle. It makes a great primer for my makeup. And I usually mix the two. I put a little bit of primer on my hand and then I put a little bit of my makeup. I use the IT Cosmetics. They always make these little travel sizes and they're great. And I put these on here and I just mix them together with my finger, right like this. And then I'll use that as a base on my face. And I just use my fingers most of the time for something like this. Now, I do have some brushes I'll show you in a minute that you can actually use for this. But I find that using my fingers works just fine for me. And this then gives me a nice base for my face. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is add some brows to create a frame for my face. And I love this. I lost the lid on the other side, but it normally comes with another little cap on the other side that hides the brush. But this is the IT Cosmetics Brow Power. And I like it because it's not black. It's like this nice taupey color, really good for any eyebrow shade unless you're really, really, really blonde. But even then, gives you a nice little bit of shadowing. Again, I would normally use my lighted makeup mirror, but because I'm filming, I'm using this. And I just do a light fill-in of my brows with this. I like this. It just gives me a little bit of shadow. This just gives me a little bit of shadow so that I have a nice little frame for my face. So this is by IT Cosmetics and it's something I've been using many, many years and I will continue to use. Now, if I so choose to use an eyeliner, this is the one I will use. This is by Stila. I love that it has this ultra, ultra fine point so that when I'm lining my eyes, I can get really close to my lash line and not have a big, thick line of eyeliner. These next 2 items are eyeshadow sticks, but I use them for a lot more. This darker one is great for when I want to line more on top of that liner. If I want something that's going to kind of ease that dark line of a liquid liner, but I also use this to contour. So I sometimes just use this as a contour stick to go up my nose like this to give me a little bit of contour. See if I can. This acts as double duty for me. So I can use them as eyeshadow. I can use them as a contour stick. You'll see here it's giving me a little bit of contour for my nose. I don't contour my face heavily because I think it makes me look a little bit harsh, but I do contour just a little bit. And then, of course, I also sometimes use that again on my eyes So I will sometimes just run it right over, kind of on the top, and give myself a little bit of depth to my eyes, like that. So now I don't know if you can see the difference here, but if I close my eyes, I don't have that harsh, dark line. This kind of brings the line from my eyelashes on up, softens it, but gives me some depth to my eyelids because I have that hooded, kind of hooded eyelid. It gives me some depth to that, so this is great. The other color it comes with is this lighter color, kind of a shimmery color, and again, for contour, I'll put a little bit on my nose right here, these two places, and just kind of run it through to give a little bit of a shine down the middle of my nose. And then here at the top, right in the middle, I will use that as a little bit of highlight for my eyes and just kind of blend that in with my fingers. So these two sticks, again, meant for eyeshadow, but I use them for contouring or anything else. If I wanted to highlight a brow bone or the top of my cheekbones, I could do that with these as well. This next item is a face palette that I'm trying out. It's new. It's by Charlotte Tilbury, and it just looked really nice for me. I'm going to just really quickly show you this. You can see the colors here are nice and rich. It comes in two different palettes. This is the darker one. It comes in a lighter one, so if you like a little bit lighter colors, this works great. It has some cheek color, some contour, and some eye color that's going to allow me to do my whole face. So let's get started with this. I have a couple of brushes in here that I'm going to show you really quick first. All right, first I'm going to show you this brush because it's great for travel. It's 4-in-1. So as you can see, this first brush is kind of fluffy. It's great for powders or blushes. This other side is flat, great for using it for putting on foundation and getting foundation on your face. And then it opens up to two smaller brushes, one on this side that's kind of this rounded brush, and then another one that's a flatter brush, just a little bit flatter. You can use them like this, but they fit together so that you can use them. And so you get 4 brushes in the space of one. And I love this little travel brush. We're going to start using that with this. Now, I said that I don't do a lot of contouring, but if I was going to contour, let's say under my jaw here, I would use this darker color and maybe just run it under here just a little bit to hide a little bit of this little heavier part of my jaw right here. And then if I did want to contour, let's say a little bit up in here, or something, I could do that. And if I wanted to highlight, I could also do that. I would probably use this end and highlight just a little bit, like you said, run it down, highlight in here through the middle of my forehead. I find sometimes if I do use a nice matte highlighter like this, it helps hide those like 11 lines and that little line we get here, and even some of these. It just fills it in enough that if something is shiny on your face, it's not showing as much of those lines. So I like to use that. You'll see here, I'm going to try this just really quick up in here under my eye. And you'll see how it kind of takes away some of that shininess and gives me just a little bit less definition of the wrinkles and sagging that's kind of, happening as we get older. So you can see that help in here too. You'll see just by putting a little bit on, and I do this just to, you're not going to hide everything, right? But you're just trying to soften it a little bit. And this kind of, you can see my face looks a little bit softer just from doing those things. So I like this, even though it's a matte, kind of a matte highlighter, so it doesn't have a lot of stuff where it's going to show. As you get older and your face starts to crease, shiny things don't kind of work against you a little bit. So I do like having that. All right, let's try some blush. I'm going to take the fluffier side, and I'm just going to, I kind of dab back and forth. I don't like anything too dark. And I'm just going to go over to my cheekbones up here. Just a little bit of color over here. Same thing here, and a little bit of color. And I like these colors because they are a little bit rich. That means there's a lot more pigment, and for me, that means I use less. So that's going to give me just a little bit of color, and that's going to help set up my face for looking pretty fresh, especially after being on a plane. we're going to start working on my eyes just a little bit more. Now, normally on a plane, I may not use any of this, but I wanted to show you using this anyway. I love that these have some darker colors, and I wanted to kind of play with that. I have a couple more brushes in here I want to show you that are dual-ended brushes that can be used for lining and, you know, shaping brows and liners. I like that these are small but dual-sided. And then something that'll allow me to have a little bit of a thicker brush and one to blend some things. So we're going to start working on that right now. I'm going to start off with my darkest color, and I'm going to use the little liner side of this. I'm going to go into this little purplish color right here. And I'm just going to go in at the base of my eye, not far in. Basically, I'm looking like I'm just cutting into this white part of my eye. I'm not going anymore. I'm not even going to the pupil. I'm just taking this little bit right at the corner of my eye, adding a little bit of depth, and then a little bit underneath. Again, not very far. I'm trying to keep that darkness on the outside of my eye. My eyes are a little close set, so that's what I want to do. And then I'm going to take this other brush that has this little bit of a fluffier side that's a little bit rounded, and I'm just going to draw it in and up. It's going to give me a smokier effect. And just kind of blend this in right here through the corner of my eye. Gives me a lot more depth, makes my eyes feel a little bit wider. The next color I'm going to do is I'm now going to take this kind of purpley shimmery color that's right here, and I'm going to add that right here and just tap it in at the brow bone. Very lightly. I don't use a lot of color. And tap it in. This is lighter. It's like I'm drawing the color up under my eye a little bit. Now I'm going to take that fluffier side and I'm going to blend it. And I'm going right along my eyebrow bone, and I might take a little bit more and just blend it out. I'm going right up on the bone, right up on that brow bone, and then into this crease here. Blending. So now I'm going to take all of that and kind of blend it together. And now it gives me just a little bit of depth, not too much. I don't want to look like I'm, you know, going into some kind of, I don't know, circus or something. I don't want too much, but just enough to add some depth to my eyes and things like that. So this palette so far is working great. I also love this little cushion so that if something were to press up against it, it's going to help protect your palette a little bit, but a great new face palette, especially if you're traveling. All right, last but not least is mascara. I like this mascara. It's by, I gotta get my glasses because I'm blind as a bat these days. This mascara is by Wander, and it's called Mile High Club. Isn't that interesting that it's Mile High Club? But I like this mascara for a couple of reasons. Number one, I like the short bristles on this because it tends to allow me to get my little short lashes coated without a bunch of stuff gunking up. I also like that it's in a tube. So you know how mascara kind of gets. It gets kind of weird. I can kind of squeeze the tube and get like all the mascara out from in here. And I also can kind of even pull it out, squeeze it and pull it out if I feel like there's too much in there. I know people tell you not to pump your mascara, but I sometimes think it helps take off some of the extra mascara on the wand. And just going to give it one quick coat. The first coat for me is the most important coat, and it might be the only coat I put on. And I literally blink right through it. I blink through my mascara. And I find one coat is fine. I don't need to do more than that. I rarely do 2 coats of mascara because it ends up to me looking kind of clumpy and weird. But I am going to show you a tool today that I use when I put 2 coats of mascara on that help me. And it's a multi-purpose tool. Give me a second. Let me show it to you. This tool right here is 3 tools in one. It has the brush on this side right here, as you can see, for brushing eyebrows or things like that. If you wanted to, you know, get your eyebrows brushed up, it works great for that. It has a little plastic head on it where it has, you can see it's a little dirty, but this has the metal teeth that if you want to separate your lashes, let's say they're getting ready for a second coat, or you've put that second coat on and they tend to want to clump together, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this mirror because I need to get up close. These are sharp. You don't want this getting into your eyeball, but you want to separate your lashes. And you basically put it up at the base and blink. I just kind of put it at the base and blink. And this just pulls off any little clumps of mascara so that my lashes look more natural. I love that about this. And let me do the other side since I'm here doing it. I just put it in and I blink through. Put it in and I blink through, and it will pull off. It didn't do anything today because I don't have a lot of clumps, but if you look close, there's some mascara that actually kind of came off of this. And then I usually just take like a baby wipe or something and wipe it off just to get all of that off of there and clean it off, all of those little tines. And it has a little protector because these tines are a little sharp. It has a little protector. And the last thing it has is a pair of tweezers. I mean, come on, you always need tweezers for tweezing those little eyebrows. And I don't know about you, but I get these little hairs on my nose. I want to trim them out. So 3-in-1, a great tool, whether you're at home or traveling. This stays in my cosmetic bag. This is a lip paint by Stila, and I love it because it's just very natural looking. It gives me just a little color so that I just don't look so dead, I guess, on the plane. And it stays on. That's what I love about some of these lip paints is that it stays on really, really well. Gives me a very natural look. And now I'm ready to go. Now I have color on my lips, but I want to give it a little bit of gloss. I love this one by Fenty Beauty. It's just a nice general color for all year. I do it in the middle and then I just kind of spread it. Now I don't go all the way to the corner of my mouth. I do just here, and I leave the corners of my mouth free of gloss because at my age, what happens is because our mouths start to droop, I end up with little bits of gloss right down in there, and it just looks yucky. So just keep my gloss like kind of right in the middle of my pout of my lips, and that way it gives me a nice moisture look without having moisture starting to seep all over through the corners of my mouth. So this actually doesn't go in my makeup bag. This stays in my regular everyday bag because I put this on frequently throughout the day. So now my face is done and I'm ready to exit the plane looking like I can face the day. All right, face is done. I'm ready to head off the plane and get started and hit my day running. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, I think you're really going to like this one. And remember, folks, travel adventure favors the prepared. Happy travels.